I wanted to record this video because of the fact that I feel like that because of a decision that I have made, I figured, you know what? Why not make this video? That way we get to see an evolution of the future of this particular channel, as well as other channels that I have on the side. And before we get into details about that, allow me to show you the channels in question, but first things first, there is one thing I want to do real quick. Hopefully that works. Yeah, it's daytime outside. It's 11:39 a.m. at the time I am recording this. So, one thing I want to get out of the way is that I am sitting at 374 subscribers on my IRL channel. So here are the channels in question, which I'm just gonna go to take a screenshot real quick. Ignore the resolution display, but these, where the grid is at in question is what I want to point out. So my main channel, Samaroni, that's where most of my content is at, which I usually multi-stream on YouTube and Twitch. Samaroni Highlights is highlights from my stream. Samaroni Shorts is self-explanatory, it's short-form content. And Samaroni Extra is whatever I feel like doing. But this is a whole other deal on its own. So let's scroll down all the way to the bottom. No animatronic reviews to be found. I haven't done a room tour in a while, so that's something I do want to get back into doing at some point. Present flex will continue to be a thing. It's just more so of how long will I do it for is the real question. Because if anyone asks me the question of what do I get for Christmas, Present Flex has all of the answers in question. Like, for example, the sword on the wall, my blood dad got that for me for Christmas last year. And the Nerdcore reviews is my old spoiler-free reviews, which my new ones, which I only have 2 new ones so far, is going to be on the Samaroni Extra channel from now on. And I did confirm in the video announcing it that I'll keep my old ones here, but my new ones are going to be on Samaroni Extra from now on. And as for what type of videos I make, vlogs and cooking videos is what I want this channel to be focused on. And with the Spear Halloween playlist, with how it has 3 videos instead of 3 plus, that tells you that I will keep the vlogs and I will continue to do it. It just means that I will no longer be doing animatronic reviews. And as fun as it was, I don't want it to overshadow what I want to do because I am against the idea of having algorithms fucking other content creators over, which, speaking of that, YouTube needs to stop falsely flagging artists, creators as made for kids when they are clearly not. Like, for example, Honobread and Yoontunes made videos about it, and I 100% agree with Honobread that transparency is needed. Like, for example, Twitch is being transparent with what people can fuck up on when it comes to violating terms of service, but YouTube is like, eh, you messed up. Like, come on, man. I I honestly feel like that we need human moderation more than we do AI because fuck AI. And it also doesn't help that YouTube likes suppressing small creators, which I honestly feel like that it's unfair. And I'm sure that other content creators, big and small, can agree with me because regardless of size, everybody should equally have a chance to see what the rest of the content around the creators has to offer. It's a good thing that I touched up on YouTube's issues, which I'll talk more about it in episode 46 of the All Things Nerdy podcast, which speaking of that podcast in question, it was originally going to be a collaboration with Arthurian Legend, but then he had to step away. So this means that his episode is going to be delayed. We don't know how long it's going to be delayed for. I'm hoping that it's going to be somewhere around later this year, if so, because, for example, with Cinematic Sith 66, he was originally going to be in episode 31, but we delayed it to episode 36 because we wanted to give him time to recover from a family loss that he had at the time. And I'm just taking Sinnoh as an example in this case on where my logical thinking is coming from. And as for the rest of the channel, I will still make Halloween vlogs, like, for example, Spirit Halloween stores, and potential ideas for vlogging at, let's say, for example, Trans World Halloween at St. Louis, Missouri, or if I was to be invited to a media event for Halloween Horror Nights, which I'll admit, Halloween Horror Nights is one of the theme park events that I would love to go to someday. And as somebody who's been a writer for 6 years, it's a dream theme park collaboration of mine. Which I'll say this much, there is a horror project that I am in the process on working on. It's just more so of what type of story do I want to tell is the real question. Because as somebody who's been a writer for 6 years, the best advice that I can give to anybody who ever ends up wanting to begin their writing journey is take the time to think of what type of story you want to tell when it comes to writing fiction. And there are other writing content creators who can give better advice than I could, which I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I'm the best at giving advice. I'm just speaking my own thoughts, if you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, for those who wants to stick around for the IRL channel, you're welcome to. Just don't expect any more animatronic reviews because I am officially retired from doing that because of the fact that I don't want it to overshadow what I want to do with this channel in particular, given the fact that this is the IRL channel of Samaroni. And speaking of that, if you want to see some gaming content, my main channel as well as my Twitch is the place in question, but it is not contained for those under the age of 18, so viewers' discretion is advised because if there are minors that hear stuff that they are not supposed to be hearing, then it is the parents' fault for not protecting the minor in question. See you all around, and thank you for hearing me out and for understanding why I have decided to make this transition for my IRL channel.